Welcome to the Whiskey
Vault.
Well, I was...
Vault. We got a gift from the magnificent bastard Rory MacDonald.
Rory MacDonald, you...
Of something very special. Are you ready?
Yeah.
What does that look like to you?
Ooh, a bag.
What comes in a bag?
Well, I mean, you get the Crown Royal. It's a different color, though.
Yeah.
It's not the purple.
But
it's like a teal type of thing. It's a thick boy. What do we got? 41 years old. Damn.
So this is the 41-year-old Canadian club.
Holy crap. Wait a minute. No,
That's as old as me.
that's amazing. Let me put it, and here's the other thing. For 41 years.
Yeah.
And that's not a dark whiskey.
You know. Okay, so there's a couple of things. Do
Okay.
you want me to tell you about this whiskey before you drink it, or do you want to drink it first?
I want to drink it first.
Okay.
All right. You pour it as quickly as possible.
Because the things will be interesting to note and may change your flavor experience.
Now, I'm going to ask while you pour, and don't drop the 41 whiskey. Does this whiskey have the very same type of ingredients and pedigree of just the regular Canadian Club that was everywhere? Or is this like a variation of something that they were doing differently 41 years ago?
I think, they always blend.
Right.
Heavily blended, these Canadian ones, right?
Yeah.
And so I think this has to do with a series of casks that they discovered that were old enough.
That's a generous pour
be-
out of 41-year-old whiskey.
I'm helping you out, man. But what they said was these were heavily used rye casks. So heavily used that they didn't really have a high impact on the whiskey even after 41 years.
That's why we're getting such a light color after
Right.
decades.
However, I'm interested. I'm not going to tell you yet. You're going to try it, and then I'm going to tell you.
Yeah. So already I'm kind of excited on the nose because that metallic ethanol ding that you get from Canadian Club.
It's there, but
Canadian
it's-
Club and most Canadian whiskeys that we can get in the States. Some people are like, you guys just hate Canadian whiskeys. It's like, man, the ones we can get our hands on, they're not sending us the best stuff. Now
Not cream of the crop.
We've had some amazing Canadian whiskeys, but the stuff that's generally on American shelves, no, we're not getting the good stuff. Oh, just that buttery caramel.
There is a little bit of that metallic note, but it's subdued and really buried.
I'm not getting a metallic note as much as I am a buttery caramel and then a vanilla frosting. And like that vanilla frosting, that kind of super sugary thing, I think maybe you're thinking that's kind of getting towards metallic, but I'm getting vanilla frosting.
I'm getting a fresh cut wood note too.
But definitely similarities with...
Generic Canadian Club.
Yeah.
Now,
What's the proof? Wow.
45.
Ooh. The caramel...
90.
Oh, but then it disappears.
Then it vanishes.
The caramel, big burst of rich caramel butteriness, and then it just evaporates. And you're, wow, that's gone.
Mm-hmm.
Where did it go? It goes...
No lingering.
Woof.
Yeah. No lingering at all.
It's just done.
For that split second, you're trying to keep up with all of there's things fruit. It's slightly woody. Right. There's a hint of a vanilla cream. There's this buttered popcorn note. And then, then it's too late. And you got to take another sip to get it back.
It's so gone that the whiskey we tasted previously in a previous episode, I'm getting more of that finish than I am of this Canadian finish.
Yeah, that's bizarre. Where's our Canadian Club over here?
It's a short burst of glory, and then it poofs away.
I can't find our Canadian Club. We had a big old jug of it. Oh, there's the 9.
Oh, and I get more of the wood character on the second approach. The vanilla is subsiding. The caramel
So this
subsiding.
got rated like one of the best whiskeys in the world by Captain Jim Murray.
Captain
The
Jim
Murray dude, not actually
respect,
Captain, just...
All due respect to the Jim Murray. No.
No.
The best whiskey is whiskey you like to drink the way you like to drink it, but no.
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 Now here's an interesting thing. This is just the 9-year-old Canadian Club. That's more like maple syrup.
It is more maple, yeah.
I actually do prefer the 41.
This is caramel and maple. This is caramel and vanilla frosting vanilla cream.
And then all these fruits and slight wood accent, and then
and
like smoke.
obviously that is a darker whiskey.
You know why? Okay, so there's a rule in Canada.
Yeah.
Roughly 9% of a Canadian whiskey can include anything else. Flavoring, wine, not like a wine finish,
Right.
wine. Like you could pour up to 9% wine into a whiskey.
9%?
9%. Sherry,
Wait.
cognac, another whiskey spirit,
Right?
and it's still considered fine. So, like, there's a chance that what they took, and I think I read about this, I'm not entirely clear, they took some younger rye to bring some life back to the old stuff,
Yeah.
and maybe some wine.
Go back to the nose of this. After the regular Canadian Club Reserve 9, it's the nose wakes up again.
Yeah.
Because
Apricot.
when I was doing back-to-back 41
Yeah.
Canadian sip, 41 Canadian sip, then I'm just starting to lose the traction on that sweetness very quickly. I go to the 10 and then go back to the 41, and there it is. It's bursting with that really mature, developed sweetness again.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely way better than the generic Canadian Club. I feel like I would need to live with this for a whole evening without eating or smoking.
Yeah.
In order to sort of like let it come to life.
And now it's starting to cling a bit more. Like it's not immediately falling off a cliff. It's staying with you a little longer.
It's like it's building up.
Yeah, it's like a slow burn.
Like, you know when you eat peppers and the first bite is like, oh, I got it.
Right.
And then like 8 bites later, you're like, oh, crap, it's still crawling up. It's like that just keeps building.
This is a 45% ABV.
Oh, with a little water, it brought out some of the tannins.
Oh, you did?
Just a little bit. I added a dash of water to yours.
Okay. Oh,
Little-
you did? You
yeah.
added mine? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a little bit more of the tannins.
See, I didn't even notice you did that because I keep going back to this and it's slightly different every time.
Yeah.
I just thought it was the next step in how this whiskey is.
Evolving.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, interesting, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
it's super.
There you go.
It's super rare. So this is the best whiskey in the world.
Yeah.
For some people, maybe, depending on their palate. Sure. It is so rare that I've ever had a whiskey that is older than me.
Yeah.
Because I had like a lot of 20s, a lot of 30s.
I'm now old enough that this is not older than me.
I'm creeping up there. I turn.
38.
Wow. I look good. No, I turn.
39? I don't actually know how old you are. I thought you were 3 years younger than me. Were you 3 years younger?
I don't know. How old are you?
I'm 42. Well, I'll be 42 in like a week's.
I turn 40.
Ah, you're 2 years younger than me.
And what is today?
Well, the actual
The
day.
middle of this month.
It's the first of the week.
The middle
when this
of-
episode comes out, it'll be like the 15th or something like that.
Point is, I have had a whiskey older than me, and if I get much older, we're gonna have to be like robbing some banks
Yeah.
in order to do that.
Not unless it's Canadian Club. There's a rumor they're going to release a new one each year that's 1 year older.
Oh, so I can always have a whiskey.
Always have Canadian Club. There's always Paris.
So, you know, I feel comfortable saying this is the best Canadian club I've ever had.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, best
Totally
whiskey
agree.
in the world. It's like. We got the Dennis Donovan. Looking for suggestions. Anyone know of a good distillery that has a single barrel program? There's a lot of single barrel.
Yeah, so what he's looking for is something for a local bar.
The bar here in town is turning 115 years
Jeez,
old
that's
in
amazing.
2021. Wow. I
That's
think a
amazing.
single barrel selected by the owners or our whiskey club would be a nice gift for the bar. I think that would be a nice gift.
So it's not hard to find big brands doing barrel programs.
Yeah.
I mean, Makers does them, Forrester, I mean, everybody does them. Elijah Craig does them.
And quite frankly, there's a lot of not maybe giant brands, but kind of like mid-sized brands that if you just approach them.
They would do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what I would say is if you want something really unique, forget the big brands. Go find craft that you love.
Yeah,
Either in
something-
your area, something you really love and you know you love it.
Right.
Not just, because they're crafted, they deserve it.
Yeah.
Make it good.
Which I hate
Something
that.
you like.
I hate that, by the way.
Shop local.
Yeah, I was like, no, if they're good, I will.
Yeah.
Right.
If they're not, I'm not
the
gonna.
only exciting thing about local or craft is whenever they're doing something special and unique and interesting, and maybe you pay like 15, 20% more.
Yeah.
But it's just great, and it's not what giant brands are doing and big. Go ahead.
Yes.
I'm gonna get me ranting.
Jeez. No, find some smaller guys, and do something special just for them. They would absolutely. Any brand, even if they don't advertise it on their website, if they're craft, if you reach out to them and say you wanted to do that, odds are you're gonna get welcomed in with open arms.
See, I like it better without the water.
Sorry.
You ruined my 41-year-old whiskey.
You're welcome.
Yehuda Zettler. I knew a Yehuda, but it was his last name.
Yeah, drawer.
Drawer, and then his brother. But this is first name, Yehuda Zettler. I walked into a local liquor store near my home and asked if they have any rare or allocated bourbons I can check out, to which the guy promptly walks me over to the Bullet Bourbon.
Come on. This is the best ball busting from a store employee I've seen in years.
Did I miss the joke?
No, yeah. Yeah, the joke was on you. What happened is you just encountered a store employee who was sick of people walking in asking for rare and allocated stuff, and was like, "You got your allocated stuff.
You know what?
Follow me."
I'm gonna give you the 60% chance on that one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say 60% chance that's the case.
Yeah.
40% chance they didn't know.
Yeah, that's true.
And
that's true.
And whiskey isn't their scene.
That's true.
Maybe it's just a paycheck.
And like people like the Bullet, so I'm gonna take them.
And the Bullet, it's always getting sold out because people buy it a lot, and then it's like, oh, we got 2 left, and we usually have 15, so it's rare, I guess. I don't know.
I'm really hoping that it was just a ball busting employee, because that's way funnier.
That's the dream. All right, dude, thank you so much for a whiskey that's older than me.
Rory.
And my crusty ass. Here's to fighting, stealing, and drinking.
If you fight me, a fight for a friend.
Steal me, you steal your liver.
And if you drink, may you drink with us.
Hey, if you did the dry week successfully and you're joining us as we consume a 41-year-old whiskey.
That's right.
You can put your name on the hallowed list of whiskey.
Link is going to be in the description. Whiskey challengers.
List of whiskey challengers.
You successfully completed the dry week.
Right.
Bring it on.
It was a generous pour.
The bottle lord. The bottle lord. The bottle lord.
It's right here.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah.
All right, who we got? Michael, focus.
Callahan.
Focus. You know what, Michael? No, we're not moving on until we get a good focus. Come on, give it to Daddy. There, almost. You're right. It's so close.
Oh, Jesus.
Get right. Okay, I'm gonna need some more light. Michael Callahan.
The bottle.